Howdy folks, welcome back to SnowRunner on the Phase 4 PTS. When we left off last, I had completed the garage job on Chernokamsk. We're back on Cosmodrome. I looked at the jobs on Chernokamsk, and a lot of the infrastructure type jobs all require two metal beams, and there just isn't the metal beams on the map. Um, Unless you can use the production plant, but I'm not sure about that one. You need things like small pipe to make medium pipe, and then you need medium pipe to make metal beams, but you have to couple those items with metal rolls. It's not straight up metal rolls. And there's no place to supply the small pipe and the medium pipe unless the crafting zone supplies the small pipe and medium pipe. But that's not the way it looked to me. I was up there and it looked like you had to provide the small pipe and the medium pipe besides the metal rolls. So I'm just going to, at some point in the future, bring down a 10 spot worth of metal beams, and then when those run out, I'll bring down more metal beams. Or maybe I'll bring down a bunch of small pipe and medium pipe. Because there is one place that has 10 metal rolls. But it looks like you get 3 metal beam for each successful production run. But anyways, we got a lot to do today. We're not going to worry about that. Back on Cosmodrome, I'll explain as we go along. I've got two jobs lined up. Well, 3 jobs lined up. But one job means one job entails 2 truckloads of stuff all the way back to Erska Point. I don't want to take off with the engine half broke and the suspension 3/4 gone. So I'm going to jump into the IX 3880, if it'll let me. There we go. Gonna take this up alongside the Maz and see if I've got enough points left to fix it up. Boy, does this thing feel like it's moving slower than hell. I think this is the one. I was gonna change the transmission when I got back to a garage because it is slower than hell. I wonder if I should put the Maz in front of the IX3880 and the tag behind trailer behind this trailer and do the whole thing in one shot. But I've got a lot of really rough territory to go through. Really rough. And I worry about this tag behind 8 spot tipping over. Might be worth a try though. But let's fix it up first. Sitting here looking at the controller like, what should I do? Target Maz. Close. All right. Otherwise I gotta make 3 separate trips. But the trail is so bad. It's not bad till you get here, and then it's a little tight, but it's really tight through the curves up this hill. You can see the rock obtrudes onto the roadway, so you have to go way around. And then you got this big hill coming back down where you have to drive over the top of rocks. I guess it'd be worth a try. I'm not sure it would be any quicker. Not if stuff starts tipping over. Still thinking about it. Working both trucks through those tight crevices is going to be about impossible. I'm going to end up having to disconnect the 2 trucks, but then the one truck can't pull both trailers. So I'm just going to go back to the original plan. Original plan, man. And that means the Maz goes up through first. And then it's out there somewhere. There's a Western Star with a log trailer on. If the IX has trouble making the hills, I could bring the Maz back. Look at right off the bat. Didn't move 30 feet. This is what I'm talking about. It's going to be a long trip. 3. Actually, I got to make 2 trips with the Western Star and logs, so 4 long trips. Probably take both episodes to get this shit up to Erska Point. This trailer's really heavy. So I'll lighten it up 1 metal beam when I get to Rock Slide. Will I ever get there? Already missed my turn. I made waypoints on here, so I wouldn't do this. It's right there. Oh yeah. I forgot to lock it. I wasn't thinking about it. It's gonna turn wrong. Let's try locking it now. There we go, it clicked. This is basically what you're seeing right in front of you, pretty much the whole trip. I suppose I could unlock that and maybe have a little better time of it. Might be a little easier to make the corner. There's the Western Star with one of the 2 loads of medium logs. They were already loaded. I just had to pick them up, which is why the two loads are on opposite sides of the map. If I was loading them myself, I could go to a centrally located log station. Now I'm gonna have to do this myself. Means trying to get the mouse to work and the camera to stay in the right location. And then I'm not close enough to that shit. I hit a root or something. Or everything's just plain glitching out. I'll try and to back up a little bit. Changing my direction. Makes a weird bird whistle kind of sound when I throw it in reverse. See, it hit something in that mud that it didn't like a hole in the scenery or something. Here's the first of 3 different tight rocky points that we need to get through. And the Maz is better at it than the IX. So if this thing starts having, well, this here, this is because it bounced off of one rock and into the other. but it's going to do the same thing with the IX. And then the wheels hit because it's a tag behind. If it was a fifth wheel, it wouldn't be doing this right now. See, now the trailer's glitching out. The fender's glitched up through the body. What the hell? Look at that. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? Guess I could try quitting the main menu. But usually you gotta quit all the way to the desktop and come back to fix anything like that. But in my experience, you don't fix things like that without getting rid of that trailer and buying a new one. And that trailer's loaded to the hilt. See, that didn't fix it. Maybe towing it. It's making the Maz fuck up. See, it glitched right through the ground now. So it's gone. It's in the fucking ground. The ass ends up in the air. And I can't even unload the shit with a crane to put it on a different truck. There's no way to get the shit out of that truck without automatically delivering it. And it took a whole episode to load the fucking truck. Well, the two trucks. There's no way I can use winch points off the trailer. Can I get around behind it? If I go up around here, I should be able to get behind it. Never gonna use one of these tag behinds again. Unless I don't have to go off-road. This is bullshit. And glitching through the scenery. I'm sure I'm just pissing in the wind, thinking I'm gonna attach a winch line to that. Fuck no. You can't get on the ass end with a winch line unless you're within about 10 feet of it. Now it's spun around. Well, now maybe I can get on the front. The front is exposed again, sort of, part way. It's still got those wheels. I suspect that's what's causing the entire problem. Those two front dolly wheels are glitched right through the scenery, and once that happens, they never come out. Close functions, take off the fucking handbrake. Now, let's give it a try. No. I could have 10 trucks pulling it on it. It would never come out of there. Ooh, look at that. Then it goes back in. I'm gonna have to look into purchasing a USB charging cable for this thing. It's gonna run me to the poorhouse in batteries. This is my last 4-pack. I'm putting 2 of them in, and it'll only last a week. It's not going where I want it because I can't turn the damn thing. It's got a rock next to me. Maybe I can do it this way. Oh, I'm back behind it again. Maybe I should try pulling it this way. It's not what I intended to do when I came up here. I was going to try and get on the front and pull it out of that. Pull it out of the ground, basically. But I don't think a crane would pull it out. If I can get this thing up here without tipping it over. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on, stop going backwards, you motherfucker. Screw it, we'll try it from there. I just wanted to try from a position higher than the truck, like if I backed up to it, but I'm apparently not allowed to do that. Hey, maybe I can back up. Maybe I can use the truck to back me up in there. I'm gonna slide off. But it wasn't working anyways. I think all of this is pointless. I think I just go get the oh shit, it came out. Well, then I won't do that. I was gonna try and pull it onto its roof, but it flopped over as soon as I went up there. I've never seen one come out once they were gone like that. Though I did pull one out once. It was barely stuck. I'm gonna grab it by the roof line and drive forward. Maybe I should drag it the other way so I don't have to try to go back through there again after the fact. It looked like some of the metal beam, or at least one of the metal beams, was going to fall out. Well, that's not supposed to happen either. Looks like it's already on the ground. There's no way I can pick that up and put it back in the trailer. Unless I can maybe put it on the ramp and then pack it. I would need the other truck that has a crane. See, did it fall out because the back doors are open? Well, why are the back doors open? Might get this worked out yet, but it's gonna take the whole fucking episode. A little more. Alright, now I'll flop it over. Maybe I should just drag it upside down the rest of the way. I might have better luck than on the wheels. Isn't this Maz the fucking workhorse though? Look at all the shit I've put it through in the last half hour. Well, actually, I'm 45 minutes into this video. And only 5 minutes of that was traveling. Is it gonna come all the way? No. I knew that'd be too much. That'd be too much luck. And in fact, I expect it to come all the way over and flip again. So I'm going to be ready to back up into it. Use my truck for a doorstop. Come on. Yeah, it was fixing to go all the way over. It's still trying to. But I stayed hooked to it and tried to maintain. I'm going to be right back in the mud hole. Look at it getting all glitchy as I get close to it. Attached trailer. Let me see what the doors are doing. Right now the doors are just flopping in between. Okay, now the doors are open. Ramp extend. Razor lower, I don't really care. Close functions. Damn bugs. Shut off the engine and go get could get this one or I could get that one. They both have to go up there and they both have cranes on them. But I think I'll go for this one. You gotta remember that turn comes up pretty quick. Is that it? Yep. There is another way. If you go this way and up through here, you can go around through Rock Slide and past the garage and you're there. The only thing is there's this. And I don't know if that's something I would be able to break through or not. I don't think Misadventure, that's a vehicle. That's a recovery with that symbol on it. I don't know if there's a job to fix that. The only way I would know is to drive down from the garage. I do have the Apache up there. Maybe that would be worth finding out. I'm at 50 minutes with this episode. There's no way I'm going to get that trailer reloaded in 10 minutes.
Handbrake release. Engine start.
Maybe it would be better, maybe I'd be better off. See, I need one unit of metal for rock slide. And I was going to use...
Handbrake engaged.
I'm thinking here.
Engine stop.
I need 1 unit of metal for rock slide. And I was going to bring it up here in that truck. But now it's laying on the ground. So why don't I take... Why don't I take a one of these beasts down there and pick it up? M747 time. Customize. Actually, all I got to do here, all I got to touch here is winch, wheels, and then add-ons. And all I need here is a saddle high and the crane. It's ready to go. I have to buy a trailer. Again, I don't have the DevTools menu like on the custom scenarios map. So I can't just drive down there and then spawn a trailer. I can't change trailers midstream like this broken trailer. Instead of fighting for 45 minutes to get that out of the rock, I could have simply pulled the cargo out through the back door, open the doors, reach in with a rope, pull the cargo out, and then use a crane to put it on a different trailer and then delete that fucking trailer. Could put it on a 10-spot open trailer. But I don't have DevTools menu. I don't have quite enough room behind me either. Well, now I'm kind of getting into it. Chain semi-trailer, 747 Max. That's the one with, it's kind of heavy, but that's the one with, no, that's not a 4-spot. I don't want to buy the one that's not a 4-spot. I gotta find the one that's a 4-spot. It says 4-spot. If it doesn't say 4-spot, it won't haul 4 units. It'll only haul 3. Now this has a few points. Now I can go up and around and right down the way I was gonna come. You know what? I could go around this way and see if that's something I can drive through. 'Cause I've been killing and killing the fucking flies. And now they're buzzing around me again. They're these little, every, I don't know, 30 to 60 days, probably about 30 days, I don't know how often flies hatch. But every time a new batch hatches, I get a camper full of flies, tiny things, like the size of, they're as small as fruit flies at first. And they're just a bitch, buzzing around my face and stuff. Now let's try the side that doesn't have a big rock that throws me off center. I'm at 57 minutes. I know I'm going to go over an hour, but maybe I can determine if this road is usable, provided I come back with that metal beam, but get that metal beam loaded at least. It would certainly lighten up the trailer. I could never come this way, but as far as I know, I just follow this well-worn track here. I'm gonna have to give the mod developer some shit about his tag behind trailers. Because that cost me a whole episode. I should work on this high gear, make it the same as 5th. Because it's the only way it won't downshift all the time. It gets up to a decent gear and then immediately downshifts the second it hits some mud or something. So look, this went through that mud, climbed the hill in high, which is the same as like, oh, 3rd or 4th. See, and it's not going as fast as 5th gear, but it's not downshifting when it hits this mud. And here's the trees. So it came out of high. See, now there is a job here. With, oh, see, it's gray. But why wouldn't the watchtower have displayed that there was a job there? I've never been to shore collapse, but it shows me there's a job there. What a piece of shit game. 2 cement, and there was a time when I could have brought 2 cement up here. It's right there. Well, fuck. Let's see if can I force it up that hillside and then come down? No, don't keep cranking. Well, actually, yeah, keep cranking. Look at this thing go. Whole thing up over the rock. Just, I was trying to turn it and my finger slipped off my thumb slipped off the controller. Son of a bitch. I had it made till my thumb slipped off the controller stick. I've complained about that in my videos before. About my thumb slipping off, not controlling the truck because the little stick gets slippery. You need to put something on there. Glue a little tiny piece of sandpaper to it. My thumb is like sandpaper anyway, so it ain't gonna matter. But the stick is just too slick. It's like the kind of rubber it's made out of. It's got too much of a plastic content or something. It's too plasticky. Even though it feels like rubber. This one. At least this truck doesn't usually give me a lot of trouble turning it back over. Typically it flips back over pretty easy. But it wouldn't have tipped in the first place if I could have turned it hard left and came down at more of a straight angle than so crossed up. But like I say, my thumb slipped off. In the past, I've pinched the little controller stick, the knob on top. Yeah, I know what you're gonna make of that, pinching the knob. But I've pinched it between my thumb and forefinger. I think it's in here. Yeah, that's where the arrow's pointing. In order to make it do what I want. Because I'll be trying to turn and I look at the wheels. I look at the wheels and they're not doing what I'm trying to make it do. So then I pinch it between both fingers and I can get it to go around, or I can get it to turn the way I want, which is what I'm doing right now. Instead of fucking with my thumb slipping around, slipping off. My hands aren't greasy. My hands are dry. Maybe that's the problem. My fingers are too dry. I never I never get good grip on stuff because my hands are so dry. Maybe some lotion before I play would do the trick. Oh God, I did it again. Lotion before I play. Well, I only needed 2 cement, damn it. Oh. Yeah, it does have a manual loading dock. I can get rid of one without losing it. If I just do remove cargo, it'll be gone. That's close enough. V, C, H, forgot to unpack. Won't work. I'm gonna go up. I'll just pull off the first one. The other 2 can ride in the middle. Track cargo, restore crane. I don't know why I loaded 3. Why would I load 3? Duh. Well, I can have 1 job completion for the thumbnail. For an hour and 15 minutes or so by the time I get back down there. Hour and a half by the time I get to the trailer, load up the metal. We're in second, see if I can hit high. I'm just going straight forward. All I gotta do is get on the side of that round knob and jam the stick forward. I don't remember ever having that problem with the original Xbox 360 controller. This one looks exactly like that. You couldn't tell the difference. I mean, I have the original ones right here, and you can't tell the difference between those and this one. But, except the rubber on the little stick seemed to be more adhesive, more of a stickiness to it. Fallen Trees is done. Still in high gear. Hour 12. I left with the wood. I left with the cement about an hour 10. Nice hole. Mud hole, that is. Maybe I can just bypass that whole fucked up route. So there's the place I was right by. Well, no, I guess not. I was down here. Gotta make sure I go through here. Around that intersection. And then up through the snow. We put the center of this kind of like that. I should go in there, see if there's any jobs hiding in there, any vehicles hiding in there. This is one of those points you drive through. I accepted the job as soon as I found it. I knew if I happened to be going by one, I could pop it without even having the job going. Now where did I fuck up? No, I didn't. I haven't fucked up. Just the line isn't following the curve. That's the railroad bridge that I came across. This way isn't exactly without its hazards, but it's better than the alternative. I think that railroad line goes straight down there. I think that is the railroad line that I'm turning onto. There's where it goes across the river. There's a road down there too. It curves towards where the other truck is sitting. You can see the IX 3880 with its trailer over there. Maybe this Kraz Chabors would work good for towing these other trucks through the mountain passes. Should always have a Kraz Chabors handy for towing. Or for the crane. I think that, yeah, it's right there. It packed despite the steep angle. All right. Gonna switch trucks and close up the back end on that one. Now the doors are shut with the ramps out. Pack cargo. Well, it's ready to go other than it's pointing the wrong way. But I can get that turned around in the next one. Bullshit, man. First thing I'm going to do in the next one is get this thing up the trail a little bit. Then I'll try and turn that around and bring it in behind it. I'm not going to take off up the road until I get this thing turned around. So this is where we'll pick up in the next one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.